It's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, LA. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Pull after, right down the middle. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 3 down. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run it with Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football, it says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 17 carries, 76 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in the running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
This will be a 2-yard. Loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, and that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Wilson. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Well, Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Wilson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Here's Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Goff on 3rd down. Thomas has got it, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA. On 1st down, it's Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Goff on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a third straight All-Pro season. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That's complete into the hands of Carson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Wilson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The final shot before break here. Goff airing it out deep for Woods. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. To throw again on second down, Goff.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Wilson down around his goal line. He lets it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 96 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Still one more game to get to here to polish off Week 14, and that's tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Should be a cold one in Philly. The Giants and the Eagles coming your way at 8:15 Eastern Time. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, Zoo! Here we go.
On 1st and 10, gone. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Go, boys! Bring it out!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
There's Wilson to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Goff now to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now again, right side. It's Carson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They run again with Carson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just... And look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They got a man. It's Woods. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw is gone. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Michael Thomas with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On third down, Carson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now it's gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell them, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Here's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from 51 yards for the win. And his kick is good. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And